Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Today's video we are going to chit chat a little bit about The Challenge Total Madness episode 3 and yeah, so if that's something you're interested in, then keep watching. So episode 3 was fairly entertaining. I enjoyed it. It had a lot to do with Ashley, bananas. There was some D sprinkled up in there, which, as we all know, I'm not the biggest D fan, so that kind of sucked. But it was whatever, because I felt like it was balanced. It didn't feel like this whole episode was about her, which was nice. I kind of wish last episode was the same because she just bugs me, and judging by the comments in my last video, I'm not the only one who feels that way, so good to know. But yeah, there was Dee and Rogan drama going on up in there, mixed with Ashley and Bananas drama, and then, you know, CT and that whole thing, so I feel like we have a good chunk of things to talk about. I'm probably not going to go into chronological order with things because, I mean, let's be real, after I watch the episodes, I have a toddler to run after, so how things are placed it doesn't necessarily stick in my mind like it probably would for most people. But I do remember a good portion of everything, so I guess I'll start where I think the episode, if I remember correctly, the episode began with Bananas kind of trying to turn the whole house against Ashley. For some reason he has this big like thing against her, and I don't really understand it because I don't get the same vibe from Ashley. Bananas calls her a snake and that she's like fake and all of this stuff, and he used another word that I can't really remember what it was, whatever. And so he has it out for Ashley. He's making it very clear that he wants her gone and he wants everyone to turn against her. Her point is like, dude, I'm just trying to make friends here. And she's like, do you want me to not talk to people? Like, is that what you want? Do you want me to not make friends? Like, am I not supposed to have relationships with people like you do? Like, I'm confused. Help me understand, Master Bananas, because obviously you are the all-knowing. Me personally, I'm not a Bananas fan. I know with him, like, in the fan base, it's kind of 50-50. Like, you either love him or you hate him. I do not like him. I've never enjoyed him. I have never thought he was entertaining. I've never found him funny. I've just never been a fan. He's just not my cup of tea. And it could be because I don't like big chunks of shit in my tea. But so him going after Ashley, someone who I do enjoy, it was kind of annoying, but I enjoyed that drama far better than seeing anything with Dee and Rogan. Like, thank you, challenge Jesus, for giving me something else to be entertained by, because if it was another episode of just Dee and Rogan, I would have chopped my head off. Like, it would have been awful. I would have continued to watch, but it would have sucked. Like, it would have been like pulling teeth. But yeah, I don't really understand Bananas, like, his point. It could be jealousy, as Ashley said. I believe she's won more challenges than he has, or at least she's won more money. Now, according to the pages, the blogs, the whatever you want to call them, the spoiler accounts, Bananas apparently does win this season, which will really chap my ass because, like I said, I'm not a fan of his, so it'll irritate the shit out of me. But according to the spoiler pages, this season was pretty much rigged for Bananas to win. It's his 20th season, and it only made sense for Bananas to win this season, I guess. And that really will bug me. I am not gonna lie, but I'm prepared mentally for that now because I do follow some spoiler accounts, so I am prepared mentally. It just will suck. But I do like Ashley. I've always been a fan of hers. I liked her on her season of The Real World. She was on the season with the exes. I believe it was in San Francisco. Corey was actually on her season, as was Jenna. Jenna was an ex, though. She wasn't like a main original cast member. until like mid-season, I guess. Whatever. Regardless, Ashley ended up, I think, getting kicked off early because she was drunk all the time. Or she decided to leave. It's been a long-ass time. I can't fully remember, but I know she didn't make it the full season. I know that she was a whole mess on her season, and I loved it. It was entertaining. And I have enjoyed her on the challenge. So I don't like Bananas going after my girl. But Ashley, being the gamer that she is, she tried to use this situation to her benefit, and she kind of started getting people against Bananas, which I thought was very smart, and I loved it. I'm not going to jump too quick into that situation because I want to talk a little bit about the J and D thing. So J and D started a little flirtmance, and to me it was cringy as hell because you could tell that D was only doing it for the benefit of making Rogan jealous. And what was that? Oh, it was my sticker. I will never understand people who do that. I think it's petty and childish. Like, dude, you guys are grown-ass adults, and you're really acting like a junior high school child. I hate it when people, you know, use other people to get someone else jealous or upset. Like, stop playing these damn games. It's embarrassing. It's cringy. You guys are too old for this shit. Just tell Rogan, I want to be with you. Let's be together. Or Rogan, tell her, I'm not into you. It's never going to happen. Like, stop it with the jealousy games. It's annoying. It's embarrassing. I don't find it entertaining. Nah. But Jay seemed to be having a nice time. So I don't think he really cared about being used to make Rogan jealous. But as a viewer and as someone who has been used like that before, it bugs me. Like, I just can't stand it. She claims to really care about Jay, but I just don't see it. For some reason, like I said in my last video, this chick is just obsessed with all things Rogan, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it really doesn't. So the challenge this episode was a puzzle. They had to look at all of these symbols and then run a shitload of distance and find the numbers. Oh, there goes my dad. And then once they have the numbers, then they go back and they put together the puzzle. If they have the right combination, then they run on over and they make something blow up, like a big truck. It blew up large, whatever. Swaggy C was doing really well. CT did really well, and so did Bailey. They all three actually ended up in the tribunal. CT and Bailey ended up winning the competition, and they chose to bring Swaggy C, why did I say his name like that? Swaggy C into the tribunal, making them three. The tribunal. Regardless, that's how it ended up. Fessy is actually doing really well. He is beasting these competitions, and I'm thoroughly impressed. I wish that he had more opportunity on Big Brother to kind of show what he's got, but I'm really happy that he is putting in that work and he is doing a damn good job. Like, he's keeping up with the vets, and as a rookie, his name hasn't really been brought up, so I love that for him. Go Fessy. I'm definitely on his team this season. I'm really impressed with Swaggy C and Bailey. They're doing really well. If I remember correctly, Swaggy C was on last episode's tribunal as well. Yeah, cause he was with D and Corey. And he's on this episode's tribunal, so that's twice now he's been in the tribunal making decisions. Bailey, this was her first time, so they are definitely, obviously, a power duo this season. CT, he was the first person to win the competition, and you guys know how much I love CT. He is my challenge husband. So this episode was definitely difficult for me. And we'll get into that in a second. But, so that happens, and obviously, people want to go in. CT now knows that he, even though he's in the tribunal, he can go in and earn his red skull, and that is basically his mindset. Rogan, annoying ass Rogan, he wants to go into the proving ground to get Jay out. He knows that everyone else is going to be voting for Jay in the house, so he's trying to work that magic. Put me in there with Jay so I can be the one to take his ass out. CT's not really into the idea because he wants to earn his Red Skull. He wants to get it over with. He doesn't think he'll have this opportunity again. It comes down to the time where they all need to vote in. As I said earlier, Ashley's been working her magic and getting people to kind of get on her side against Bananas. And it kind of goes to head right, you know, when they're all getting ready to vote someone in. It comes down to Jay, Bananas, and actually Nelson. That was a wild one. Like, I was not expecting Nelson to be getting any votes, but he got 5. Wes actually ended up being, I think, the tiebreaker between Jay and Bananas. He ended up voting for Jay to go into the proving ground because he is working with Bananas, and that was kind of their solidifying moment for their alliance, whatever you want to call it. So Jay is going into the tribunal, into the proving grounds, because they think that he's the weakest guy there, which I don't really see. I honestly don't. Judging by last season, I would say Rogan was the weakest guy there because he didn't go into the proving grounds at all. He was a big-ass baby about it and would find any reason to not compete down there. I know that that is part of the thing. Like, you don't want to go into the proving ground. But as someone who should be proving themselves, he should have been like, okay, I'll try. I'll do my best. I can do this. You know? Similar to how Big T is wanting to go in this season to prove herself. Like, she knows she can do it, so let her do it. Rogan is a big-ass bitch, and last season would fight tooth and nail to not go in there. And I found that to make him a very weak competitor. This is my opinion. So Rogan wants to go in to get Jay out, and CT's not really into the idea. Jay and D end up making out, which only solidifies the fact that Rogan wants to go in and just get him out. It's so weird, Rogan and D. I just can't stand them. Like, can they just go away? Like, I really hope that they go in trying to earn their Red Skull and they end up getting knocked the F out, similar to how CT. So, that's what ends up happening. CT and Jay go head to head in the proving ground, and it's like a knot, chain, rope, boulder competition thing. Oh, I lost my headband. They have to, so there's like this gate, and they have to lock it up with as many chains and ropes and whatnot as they can to prevent the other person from being able to open the gate and going in and hitting the button. Jay was actually, I think that Jay had a really good strategy, but I honestly thought that CT had done a better job with his ropes and chains and everything. He also put a shitload of boulders in front. I was just really surprised and disappointed and sad about the outcome of CT going. It really broke my heart. I was live last night on TV Co with Fonda and Farmer, and so they were there watching, and Diva, hey Diva, they were there and we were all watching it together, and I was like genuinely sad. I was like, no, but I actually had a feeling the whole episode that that would happen. I really did, but it still made me sad. Like, I love that CT was a good sport about it, and I love that he at least tried. He knew that he likely wouldn't have this opportunity again, and he had to take it. I wish that he had maybe been a little bit more cautious about it. I think he was a little too confident. I definitely think that everyone was underestimating Jay for sure. As you guys know, I hadn't seen Jay's Survivor season, so I don't really know how he is as a competitor or as a game player, but I'm very impressed. I definitely am a fan. Before I wasn't too sure about him, but I'm definitely a fan. Like, to take out CT is a big ass deal. So I definitely hope that the cast like kind of leaves him alone here on out. I hope that they start focusing on other people who deserve to prove themselves way more than Jay. Like, Jay has proven himself twice. He now has 2 Red Skulls. He took CT out. Move the fuck on, people. Like, at least that's my opinion. Like, they need to move on. Maybe focus on someone else like Rogan. Or who else? I would love to see Bananas go in there. I would love for Bananas to go in there and take someone out. But yeah, I don't really see that happening anytime soon. Now, if I were Bananas and I knew, see, that's just how you know Bananas is a punk, because he should have taken the opportunity and been like, sure, throw me in there with Jay. Let me earn my Red Skull. Bananas was saying that Jay is the weakest, so why not go in there? Prove yourself, get your Red Skull, and that'll be the end of that. You don't have to go back in the rest of the time, right? But Bananas is a punk, and it's whatever. I'm just so salty. Apparently he wins this season, and I'm pissed. I mean, I'm hoping that that's false. I'm hoping it's a false spoiler or rumor, but it would make sense. Like, it really would. Anyways, let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not? I just can't stand Bananas. Like, it's definitely Bananas, Rogan, D. Those are actually my three that every season that they've been on so far, I haven't liked them. Like, I've never liked Bananas. Ever in all of his 20 seasons, I've never been a fan. Rogan, I've never been a fan. D, I've never been a fan. Who else? Who else is on the season? Nelson, I've never really been a fan, but I really appreciated him manning up and going after Bananas. So I'm a fan for this moment, but I've never really... I guess, first off, I don't even know where he came from. Like, what show did he come from? I don't remember his show at all. Second, I've never found him entertaining. I've always found him kind of like just there. So, I can't say I'm a fan of his, but I definitely appreciate him going after Bananas and making his stance known. Kayla irritated me this season, or this episode, like jumping up and screaming. Like, relax. I mean, I like Kayla, but she kind of bugged me in that moment. Like, and then she voted for Nelson because he said that she said something. Like, I don't know. I guess if I were Kayla, I'd be irritated too if I were being accused of saying something I didn't say. I don't know. Her voice just kind of bugs me sometimes. I don't know, whatever. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And please, if you know anyone who loves the challenge stuff, then share my video. I'd appreciate that. I'll see you guys in my next one.